So what's up everyone, and I have finally done something that I normally don't do, and that is I'm kind of ahead in the tech game. I normally don't go out on impulse and buy these type of things or do these things right away, but I was a little behind. I had the iPhone 5, and I just want to do a quick unboxing and give you a quick hands-on review, show you some, obviously the photo, the video, and everything like that, and give you my thoughts on that, as this is more of a tech channel. But here it is, the quick unboxing to show you what you get, and why I didn't go with the 6 Plus, and let's just jump right into it right now. So to make this quick, I went with the iPhone 6 because I downloaded the new iOS 8 update on my iPhone 5. I just got this a day after it was actually released in stores. And in under 30 minutes, I was able to walk out with this. But with the iPhone, I use my phone a lot for business as well. Just emailing, and I need speed because, there's certain things I rely on for work and a timely matter. And when things slowed up when I downloaded the iOS 8, and I know it's still the newest version and people are waiting for the, all the bugs to be worked out, it just really slowed up the phone because I needed the speed, and this phone was built to handle that system. So, like, if with the iPhone 4 and the iPhone 4S, I knew that would be really slow as well from what I hear. So, I went in, I got this. There's a very, very limited amount on colors and space and everything like that. So, I kind of took what they had. I got the iPhone 6 Gold, or whatever, Champagne Edition. And, yeah, I'll just kind of show you what that is. And I decided not to go with the 6 Plus because it feels like you're holding a tablet. And I do have big hands and big fingers, but that just wasn't for me. I put it up to my ear, and it was just too big and bulky. And the screen did look amazing when I played with it in the store. But just alone going from the iPhone 5 to this, I already felt a difference, and I'll show you close up why, this. So you open it up, and instantly, and I already kind of unboxed this, but, I'm doing it for you guys. I took off the case. First looks and first feels, it actually is really, really sleek and solid. It has the curved edges here, so it looks really, really nice. Once again, this is the Gold Edition. And, just overall feel, it fits really well in my hands. I think it fits really well against the ear as well. It's very, very thin. And as I said, thin and sleek and classic and modern is what this reminds me of. And the weight is just really, it is pretty light for what it is, even though it's a little larger. But it feels basically that they took the iPhone 5 or the 5S, took a rolling pin to it, and just really spread it out, and that's what made it a little bigger. Now, this is a 4.7-inch screen, so it's, it's slightly bigger than the iPhone 5, the iPhone 5S. And, even though it's larger in size, it does feel smaller, and I can tell you that 100%. As I said, I own the iPhone 5. So overall, everything feels really well. Instantly, you're going to see that on the side is where they put the power button, so it's not on top anymore. Some people thought that was a nuisance. I never, ever, ever had an issue. I just find it actually being more of a pain to screenshot on this, which you still do the same way, but there's just like just a little bit more lag than any of the other phones before that. But besides all that, you have your front-facing camera, and you have your back-facing camera. The front-facing is 1.2 megapixels, and I'll throw up a photo or something like that, and show you, and it's actually not bad. I mean, obviously, you're not going to get the best photo in the world. It's going to be pretty grainy, but going from the iPhone 5, it's actually not terrible whatsoever. Then you have the 8 megapixel camera in the back right here, and that's really, really good. The dynamic range is pretty impressive for for what we've been used to. And what's interesting is they have the two-tone flash. Before I jump into the flash, the thing that I dislike about this, even though I buy cases anyway, so it doesn't matter, but the lens actually protrudes from the body. So, I'll show a close-up of it, but it's actually raised up off of the body. Typically, it's always inside or always flush with the body, or a little less. So that's different. That's something that they did. They put the chip directly behind here, and that's, as I said, that's 8 megapixels. But the flash, they're saying that's a true tone flash, so there's actually a little bit of what looks to be like an orange or amber to balance out, to equal more skin tones. I really didn't find that was totally impressive. It almost looked alike, but the light was a little warmer. It wasn't as blue and cold looking. So yeah, overall, really, really nice. The phone is freaking fast with the iOS 8. You get that, it comes on right out of the box. So those are the first looks. You still have, once again, I don't know why people complain, you still have the the headphone jack at the bottom. Once again, that never bothered me. You still have the same, and that's huge, the same charger as from your iPhone 5, so you don't have to go out and buy a whole nother one as you did coming from the iPhone 4, the iPhone 4S to the iPhone 5. And you have your speaker at the bottom. So instead of being there 2 speakers right here, I actually find that this speaker is actually pretty freaking loud compared to the iPhone 5 and the 4S, as I own those 2 systems. And just your typical volume and lock buttons are on the side in your typical spot. So overall, you know, this is really well. As I said, I'll show you some close-ups because I want to dive into the camera app and just show you a couple things. And so jumping right into the camera app, they do have a few things that they added. Obviously, some things are the same, but right away, I'm going to go to the end and obviously work to the beginning. So they still have the panorama feature. They still have your square feature that you use for like Instagram and everything. Your regular one, which gives you more of the screen. Then your video option, which obviously is, you know, your regular video, works really well. Boom, boom, boom. Great, fantastic. And then they put in the slow-mo, which you can do at 120 or 240 frames per second, mainly at 720p. So you're not getting the full HD at 1080p, but that's just how it goes. And then they added the time-lapse feature to kind of, which is basically kind of, I guess, to like go against Instagram's hyperlapse or any of those third-party features. And you just hit record and it speeds it up for you at a predetermined rate. That's the only downfall of this, is that you can't choose the speed of that. But going back to the photo portion of this, they did add several new things on this system. And they added, let me see if I can bring that up. They added a self-timer here. So you could do 3 seconds up to 10 seconds. So I'll choose off. They still have your HDR feature at the top, your flash feature over here on the side, and how to change the to the front-facing camera, you know, right there. So that's the quick overview of that. They still have all the filters down here, and you can access your camera roll down here. But that's basically that. It takes really, really nice photos. As I said, the dynamic range is really strong. You know, I'll pop one up here of something right outside of my apartment. But that is the quick overview of that. And as I said, works really, really well. Impressed. iPhone 6, really, really big thumbs up. Once again, it's not a huge improvement, and I acknowledge this. I'm not an Apple head. I'm not technically a huge tech nerd, but I really can justify this because the speed is so much better, and the fact, as I've shown from the close-up video, that I can go from texting like this in a smaller form to being able, with bigger fingers, to having that much more space, and the video on this looks really awesome on the bigger screen, more spread out. You know, it's really responsive phone. So that's all I got. Eric Rossi, the guy with the eye. iPhone 6. There was a quick review, quick kind of unboxing, and you know, it has the, and what I forgot to mention, it has the privacy touch as well, which is kind of a pain to set up because it really needs to have vary angles on how you set your finger. But I find that being a nuisance anyway, and I don't really care about that. So that's that. iPhone 6. Boom. Any questions or comments, please write them down below. I'll do my best to help you out, and especially any photo and video questions in regards to the iPhone 6.